What is up, everyone? Jeremy here. Welcome to part 2 in our Soldano SLO-100 shootout. So if you have not caught part 1 yet, I'll put a link up here in the corner. Go check that out. That is a shootout between the NeuralDSP SLO-100, the STL Tones Amp Hub SLO-100, and STL Tones Tone Hub SLO-100. Now, the pretty clear winner, at least according to y'all's comments, was the NeuralDSP SLO-100 for both the clean and the heavy section. Y'all left a good number of comments on that video about, like, why did I not test the Nembrini Audio SLO-100 or the Line 6 Helix SLO-100s? So that's what we're gonna do in this video. And without rambling on too long, we're gonna get to the audio here real quick. First, I'm going to tell you how this is going to go, which is we're going to start with the NeuralDSP SLO-100 and hear that as kind of like setting the stage, right? Like that's the best of the best, at least according to y'all's comments and what you thought in the part 1. So we're going to listen to that first. Then we're going to go into the Line 6 Helix and listen to that one, and then the Nembrini Audio. All right, jumping straight into the audio now. The very first one, as I mentioned before, is going to be our NeuralDSP Soldano SLO-100, and here it is. All right, there it is, the NeuralDSP SLO-100. Now, we're going to move on to the Line 6 Helix, and I'm going to pull one up on the screen. It's not much to look at, but there it is, and we will go ahead and listen to it. Here it is. There it is, the Line 6 Helix Native. I should be specific. This is Helix Native. Now, the Nembrini Audio. Let me activate the plugins, and I'm going to pull one up on the screen. Now, before I play this, 2 quick things I want to note here about this plugin. There are no built-in pedals. There are no built-in post effects. So the clean section of this at the beginning, super dry. There is no reverb, no delay, no nothing. I didn't want to go and add a bunch of extra effects from different plugins because that I didn't necessarily feel fair The clean section at the beginning is super dry. Now, I did add one pedal before the amp for the heavy section, which is from the STL Tones amp hub, and it's this Max Drive M808, and you can see it's the typical settings: drive all the way off, balance all the way up, and tone up to about 7.6. And I had to put this in front of it because without it, it just didn't stand a chance. I'm sure all of you who use this probably put some sort of overdrive in front of this amp sim, because it's just not enough saturation. There's not enough to push this amp to really get it to bite the way the other ones do without it. So to give it to at least stand a chance in this, I put that overdrive pedal in front of it for the heavy section. Now, all of that out of the way, here is, let me pull it back up on the screen. Here is the Nembrini Audio BST100 V2. There it is, Nembrini Audio. All right, so let's go ahead and break these tones down, starting with the cleanish, crunchy part from the Helix, the intro part. This is what it looked like. So here are the amp settings. I'm not going to read them all. You can take a screenshot and look at it if you need to, because this is going to take forever to read all this stuff. So I'm just going to quickly click through it. So there's the amp settings. This is the solo lead clean amp. We're going off to 2 different IRs to match exactly what was done in part 1, which is a dynamic 57 and a 121 microphone. And let's see, that was with the 4x12 XXL V30 cab. And I added a delay. You can see the settings there, reverb, and chorus. So that makes up our clean-ish crunch tone at the beginning. Now, the heavy tone is this. So we start with the 808, gain all the way down, tone up to 9. Let's see, the level all the way up, amp. Again, I'm not going to read all these. You can see all the settings there. Pause the video and read them later if you need to. And then the exact same IR is 57 and a 121 going through the XXL V30 4x12 cabinet IRs. So that makes up the Helix tone. Now the Nembrini clean tone, cleanish crunch tone. We are on the bright channel, and you can see the settings that I've got there. So that's basically it. And then the impulse loader, you can see we're using a 57 and a 121 with the 4x12, the SLD 4x12 Legend IRs. And for the heavy tone, as I mentioned, we are using the Max Drive 808 in front of it with the settings there. And then the amp itself is in the boost channel, and you can see the settings on the screen there. Looking at the cabinets, the exact same as the clean. Dynamic 57 and a ribbon 121 going through the SLD 4x12 Legend IR cabinet. And that is how I put together those tones. It's not the entire signal chain. There are other plugins earlier in the signal chain, in the path, if you will. But all of that is described in detail in part 1. Again, go check that out if you have not already. But there they are, everyone. You asked for it. You wanted to hear the Nembrini. You wanted to hear the Line 6 Helix as compared to the NeuralDSP. So there it is. You've heard it. Now it's your turn. Drop down in the comments and let me know which one you thought was the winner here. For me, it was the NeuralDSP, clearly. I'll say this though. The Nembrini audio with the Max Drive 808 from the STL amp hub in front of it was damn close. That thing, it's a good amp sim. It really is, but it needs an overdrive in front of it. If y'all use it without an overdrive in front of it, I don't know how you're getting decent tones out of it, because it just did not sound good to me. So here's an example. I'm gonna go ahead and play it through right here. I'm gonna solo these guitars, and I'm gonna turn it on with the Max Drive 808 in front of it, and here it is. And then we'll get to some chugs over here. Sounds okay. Sounds a lot I'll say this, sounds a lot better in the mix. I'm hearing some kind of like digital fuzz in there. I don't know what that's about, but here's what it sounds like without the Max Drive 808 in front of it. No, make it stop. It's so bad. It doesn't even stand a chance, y'all. I mean, it's not even close. Listen to this. No, that's a hard pass for me. So I don't know how y'all use this thing. If you're using it without an overdrive, I'm gonna go ahead and just assume you're putting an overdrive in front of this thing, because by itself, without an overdrive, it just sounds like flubby nonsense. With the overdrive, sounds like this again. See, like that. It's so much better with an overdrive. Like it doesn't even stand a chance without one. That's the part 2 shootout. We're gonna wrap this up right there. There's nothing more for me to show. As I mentioned, hit me in the comments and let me know which one you thought was the winner here for the way these things sounded in the mix. And if you have any questions, or if there's any other SLO-100 amp sims out there that I'm not aware of, let me know and maybe we'll do a part 3. If you dig this video, hit like and share, and if you're not subscribed to my channel, I'd ask you to please consider subscribing. That button is right down below. Hit the bell so you're notified when I upload new videos. And as always, thank you for watching, and thank you for your support.